We are recording. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you will, those that are commenting that they're having problems, maybe y'all can help me troubleshoot with them. We just don't know. Since y'all have got sound and a few of them don't, we don't know other than checking their audio settings. They need to check their audio settings. And if that doesn't work, go to the Zoom website tomorrow and ask, what's going on? Why can't I hear these webinars? I wish we could help. We really tried to help. We're glad everybody's with us tonight. We might have some new folks. This is a new member launch party and meal planning session. I'll tell you why we're doing this in just a minute. But since we've got new members, first of all, welcome. We're glad that you're with us. So glad that maybe you've seen some results someone was having in your circle of influence and you decided to do this from that. Somebody inspired you to do it. Who knows? Maybe you just heard it's an inexpensive way to lose weight and you said, heck, I'll give it a try. What brings you here is a lot of different things. I'd like to think it's the Lord. The Bible says that God orders a good person's steps. So, in some ways, nothing's by coincidence, even if you're kind of nonchalant about being here, just here to check it out. Maybe you're here for a reason tonight. I hope you're here for a reason tonight. If you've got a weight problem, I know no better solution than this. And again, you may say I'm biased, and I'll tell you why I'm biased. I've been doing this for a long time. This program changed my life. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm Travis. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program. I've come off all prescription medications. And I was on many. And this program, this lifestyle should trump diet. For the first three letters of the word diet spell die. Anything we start with and can't stick with forever is just a waste of our time. Never will work for us long term. We've got to find a lifestyle that's practical, sustainable, and fun. And hopefully, if you're a new member, that's what you will discover beginning tonight. If you're an existing member, as always, you're welcome. And I don't think this will just be a review for you. I think this is something that will really help you in your weight loss journey. As always, at the end of this class, I am going to spend overtime in answering any question that anyone may have. There'll be nothing off limits. I'll answer any question you have. I'll personalize for you. I'll do whatever I can to help you lose weight. I just don't know of anything more important than you being proud of yourself, you having self-confidence, you having self-esteem, you reducing or eliminating the medications that you're on. So even though today, if some of you seen in a thread that I started, I seen a lot of people say, I don't have time. You don't have time not to do this or something. You may need to find something else that works for you. But the search needs to be over pretty quick, especially if you're within 10 years of my age. I'll be 48 August 31st. If you're within 10 years of that, 38 to 48, we could even go younger than that. You're older than that, you're running out of time. I mean, you don't have a lot of time to be figuring this thing out. You don't have a lot of time to increase your quality of life and extend your lifeline. We know who's in charge. God's in charge, but the Bible assures us if we defile the temple, he'll destroy the temple. So this is a great way to live that allows us to eat and still lose weight. We're going to get to eat some of our favorite stuff, y'all. This is so easy. In that thread today, in many regards, it was heartbreaking to see so many people struggling. A lot of people doing good. Joan reminded me before I went live. She basically, in a nice way, said, "Don't be discouraged." There was a lot of people hurting, but there was also a lot of positive. And I'm not discouraged. I'm glad that so many people are doing good. But my heart goes out to those that have either legit reasons for not doing the program, or have excuses. My heart goes out to them because nothing's going to work better. Nothing's going to work faster. You've just got to do you got to invest a little time in the program and in yourself, and you'll get your life back. And I'm going to show you how easy it is tonight. I think again, I could be wrong. Don't hold this against me. But I think after tonight, any reasonable person will have to say, if I just invest a little time in figuring out just the basics, my life is going to change like Travis's and like tens of thousands of other people have with this program. My life is going to change, eating the foods I've always eating the meals I've always eaten. I'm just going to manage it different. My life is going to change forever, and this is really a lot more simple than I thought. Every excuse, every reason I've seen in the members only thread that I started today is easy to overcome. There was just gaps in people. You know, for example, I don't like videos. I prefer a book. We have a book, and maybe they didn't know. I don't have time to read. I don't have time to watch videos, but I do have time for somebody to help me one-on-one. Well, we'll schedule an appointment. We'll help you one-on-one. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Can everybody hear me? We still got complaints, so before I get to rolling, really rolling, I got to make sure that most of you can hear me. Most of you can hear well, so I got to keep going. Good. All right. Now, when I move away, I might have to talk a little louder, so you stop me if I need to make something clear. I wish I could stop. I'm going to have a lot of frustrated people tonight that can't hear. After tonight, I'm going to get email box full. I'm sorry. I don't know how to help you. But I am recording, okay? So I'll send you the recording afterwards. All right. So let's get this party started. You can lose weight just like I did, and I'm going to start with my PowerPoint. Again, welcome to all of our new members. Let me get this thing simplified for you, okay? Once I make sure it's up on the screen, full screen, I'll get rolling. All right. I won't be able to see the chat while my PowerPoint is in full view. Okay. All right. So welcome aboard New Member Meal Plan and Launch Party. Why are we doing this class tonight? Well, when you begin, you get an email. Now, those of you got questions on Zoom, I'll step out in a minute and answer questions. Those of you that start the journey, you get an email, and it has meal ideas, and it has how to get started. It says to watch your daily doses, take the test, pass the test, earn the badge. But you're busy people. You joined on hope and hope alone that this would be the thing that does it for you. You joined on hope. Most people joined on hope. And I'm not digging at you, but if you join on hope alone because it was cheap and you hope this works for you or whatever, if it was hope that got you here and not a sincere desire to change your life, I'm not giving up on you, but it's going to be hard on you and it's going to be hard on me. In fact, you may end up not liking me very much. You may think this is a ridiculous program. See, when you come on board and desire is low, it's going to require even more hand-holding on our part to hope that we can say something or do something to catch you on fire. Now, if you come here because you had a level of disgust in your life and you wanted to change, your desire is high, and you'll read that email. You won't make excuses about it. You'll go straight to the daily doses. You'll watch the daily doses. See, your desire is high, and you probably won't understand those that come here, that don't have high desire, and you wonder why won't they put any work in it? Well, it's just the same place you and I have been at various times in our life. Their desire is just low. They still want to cling to their old lifestyle, but they still want to lose the weight. We've all been there. So this is not a dig at you if you fall in that category, but I'm saying I got to try to do something like tonight to reach you, because if I can get you to have a little bit of success, your desire might just go up a little bit. So that's the purpose of this tonight. let's look and see if there's a reason for you to be here. If there's a reason for you to be here. If there's a reason for you to do anything. Let's look at this weight loss chart. Some of you've seen this before, but we've got to we got to look at this. In fact, you might need to look at this every single day if it motivates you to get up and get moving. This is a happy weight chart, a wellness chart. It's a pretty good one. It's a broad range because, there's different body types and body styles. Some people have large bone structure, some medium bone structure, some small. But here's how you read this chart. So let's say that I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 6'3", but let's go down, so it don't go to the end of the chart. Say I'm 6 foot tall and I'm 48 years old. Then this chart says I should be somewhere between 155 and 199. So that's about a 44-pound difference. So what I'm going to do as a man is I'm going to split the difference. Half of 44, there's a 44-pound gap there. Half of 44 is 22. So I'm going to take 22 and add that back to 155. That puts me, that's saying as a man I should be around 177 to 199. That's a good wellness range. Give or take a digit or two. If you're a woman, let's say you're a woman and you're 5'4". You're 5'4" and you're over 35. It's saying you should be between 122 and 157. Since you're female, you need to be low end to middle end of the scale. So that's about a 35-pound difference there. Let's take half out. Let's just say 17. So you should be somewhere between 122 and 140 in that range as a female. Does that make sense? I want to stop right there and make sure that makes sense to you. Boy, it is raining here. I hope you can't hear it. It's thundering and lightning. Does that make sense? So that's where you should be. That really. Now, if you're on the high range, that's good. But if you think the high range of that was too low, you might want to check with your physician. But I would say it's probably a little too high. Just like we have distorted meal portions in our country, we've also distorted what we should weigh. Okay? So everybody got that. Boy, it's coming a bad one here. I hope we don't lose power. Y'all bear with me. Old devil's been after us lately, hasn't he? All right, everybody got that part of it. You feel good about it. Okay. So let me go back and share. We're getting to the goody quick tonight. And I told you we're going to get to the goody. Not going to spend a lot of time on motivation. We do enough of that. We're going to get you going tonight. So you've decided there's a reason for you being here. Now, here's the part that everybody likes to skip over that's covered very well in the daily doses. So important, y'all. This is so important. Please do give me the benefit of the doubt and listen to what I have to say about this slide. This is what separates a diet from a lifestyle. I've got a code. I've got an ethos that I live by. I used to eat what I wanted, when I wanted, as much as I wanted. That didn't work. Even when I was on a diet, if I had an opportunity to go out with some friends or go out after church, I would rationalize and justify having that pleasurable meal that set me back. See, now I don't get up without an eating plan. I have an eating plan, but it's only as good as the willingness I have to submit to it. The same thing like a marriage, right? A piece of paper that says I'm married to Sasha is meaningless. It's meaningless if I don't submit to her as my bride and she doesn't submit to me as her husband. If we don't mutually submit to each other and honor that relationship, that piece of paper means nothing. That's the way every decision is that we make. This whole program means nothing with a meal plan. It only means something if you can find what I'm about to say doable for the rest of your life. Otherwise, you just don't need to be here. It's not ever going to work for you. Maybe you can come back when nothing else has worked and you can't find or create something that works, and you say, well, I'm going to do it now. I think it's pretty easy. All right, we have rules. We have a bulletproof shield. Okay, we have 2 types of days on our program. Look down there at the middle. I can't highlight it because I'm in full screen view. It says there's 2 types of day. On our calendar, like today is what? What's today, 26th or 25th? 25th. So today's the 25th. It's either going to be a perfect day or holiday before I go to bed. That's it. The Bible says, Revelation 3:16 says, so then because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So we go by that. We abide by that. It's either right or it's wrong. Now, having a perfect day is doable. It's not like it's not doable. It's doable and it's easy, especially when you get your mind right. But if we have a holiday, there's grace in the program. We get when we're in weight loss mode, new folks, we get 6 holidays per month. That means 24 to 25 days have to be perfect days. You shouldn't go over 6 holidays in a month. You can eat whatever you want on your holidays. Doesn't matter if it's a big blow it, little blow it. If you so much as lick the cheese dust off a Dorito, that's a holiday. When you get into maintenance, you get 12 holidays per month. You've got to decide up front if you're going to live by that and abide by that. Otherwise, this is not going to work. So when you reach your goal, you put in the hard work, you've reached goal, you can have up 12 holidays a month. That's almost half your month to eat however you want. And you'll still maintain the weight loss. But to get to goal, you're going to have to do some different things. You're going to have to have perfect days. Here's how you have a perfect day. Quickly. Water. You drink a half a gallon to a gallon of water a day. Look, I've got 2 bottles here. I done had. Look, this is what I had sitting at my desk. Doesn't count what I had after I trained this morning. Empty bottle. That's 32 ounces. Half this bottle gone. Half this bottle gone. You know what that means? You know what that means? I've had half a gallon, so I've met my requirement. Anything else I have is just a bonus. Water, you want to drink a half a gallon to up to 1 gallon per day. You can have other beverages, as long as they're 0 calorie, don't matter to me, but you got to get that clear water in. Then we journal. People don't want to journal. I'm telling you, I don't know if you believe me. I don't know if you believe me. If you've ever had a food addiction and you've struggled with food, you struggle with weight, and you ever lose that weight, you could lose the weight. You can lose the weight without a journal, but you will put it back on without a journal. You've got to have an accountability mechanism. We get asked every day, Travis, will you be my accountability partner? Jason, will you be my accountability partner? Kim, will you be my? We want to, but how are we going to solve this problem as broad as it is? And we do try. We still try. But let me tell you, ain't nobody going to ever love you enough to make you do this. Ain't nobody but you and God ever going to love you enough to watch over every bite that you put in your mouth. Ain't nobody going to do it. If you get any help, any support, any accountability partner, you're blessed and highly favored, but they still ain't going to love you enough to do it every day. So if that's what it's going to require in order for us to get the weight off, we're going to hurt. Unless you got $100 an hour to pay somebody that you can go visit once a week, they might do it for you. But anyway, let me go back to journal. You've got to start a journal. If you bite it, you write it. If you hog it, you log it. If you nibble it, you scribble it. If you drink it, you ink it. I don't care that you don't want to do it. I love you, person. I love you. You've got to do it. You've got to make it a habit. I don't care if you do it with the journal app. I don't care if you do it on the website. If you don't like either of those, do it on paper. But somewhere you've got to monitor everything that goes in the orifice under your nose. And better yet, monitor your thoughts. You've got to learn how to properly combine foods. That's why you watch those daily doses that nobody wants to watch, that have helped people lose 2 and 3 times the weight of those that try to participate in this program any other way. And that's a fact. Food combinations control insulin. Without controlling insulin, you've got mad problems. You will have problems the rest of your life trying to control your weight, lose weight, and control your appetite. You must learn how to control insulin through proper food combining. Number 4, portion control. You've got to control portions. You got to control the size of your meal, and you got to control the frequency of your meals. For this program to be successful, you can have up to 3 meals each day. We do not graze between meals. In the instance of mental weakness, instead of having a holiday, you can have an approved snack or approved freebies, but that should not be a daily thing. We must create the habit of eating just 3 meals and no grazing. I can't do that. I'm starving to death. We got to help you get new perspective. It's not true. You're lying to yourself, and you're not going to be successful lying to yourself. 3 meals a day is more than enough. Three approved meals on a 6 to 8 inch plate with no grazing between those meals is wonderful. Example, I have had my last meal of the day. When I get off this broadcast, I have been speaking into a mic loudly, and I've been giving you all I got, no matter how terrible the class is. I've given you all I got as a human being, and I'm zoned. I'm going to want food. I know me, but I'm not going to do it. I don't want that full feeling when I lay down. I want that nice, clean feel. The food that I ate hours earlier is close to getting processed. We'll be ready to eliminate it tomorrow. I feel clean. I feel light. Instead of getting addicted to that old nasty, full, bloated, stretched out feeling, let's get addicted to light, crisp, clean eating. We must do it if we want to be successful. You must spread your meals out 4 to 6 hours. I don't care when you have them, but you must try to spread them out 4 to 6 hours. You must try to go to bed on a fairly empty stomach. Certainly, if you watch the daily doses, you will pick up on that. You can have an approved snack right before bed if you need it. It's for mental weakness. And always remember, in everything that you do, please bless the name of the Lord. You don't have to tell nobody about this program, but when you get results, bless the name of the Lord. That's where I went astray in my life. And since I started blessing the name of the Lord, I just feel blessed. I feel more empowered. And I believe you will too. Let's give him credit. The Bible says everything we do, we should do unto him, and that includes how we eat and how we drink. All right? So let's stop there before we get into meal planning. Any questions about the shield? Let's take just a minute to answer questions about the shield. First question, do you have to eat 3 meals? Absolutely not. You do not have to. Who is that? Is that Shanice again? It sure is. Shanice, I am going to get you one of these days. I'm going to meet you, and I'm going to get you. Girl, we have worked and worked and worked together. I love you, but how can you still be confused as much as we've worked privately together? You're scaring people off. I love you, though. All right. So do you have to eat 3 meals? No. You don't have to eat 3 meals. That's why we say up to 3 meals per day. Okay? You can have up to. Listen to your body. When you're not hungry, don't eat. Don't eat. But don't skip meals when you're hungry unless you've declared a fast unto the Lord. Don't skip meals, because if you're just skipping meals to lose weight faster, at the end of the day, you're going to end up binging. So I only skip meals when I don't have an appetite. I'm not going to eat just because it's time to eat. We got to start listening to our body. Does that make sense? Any other questions? Anything I missed before we get to the meal planning? Is ghee considered a condiment? No, it's not. That's not to say you couldn't use it as a condiment if you like the flavor of it on one of your approved meals. You can use ghee. It's butter. Now, I need our new member. Let's do this. I'm going to do this because I've been accused lately of not being a good moderator of the meetings. And it's because I want to help people Chanel, if you'll stay afterwards for bonus time, we'll go over that stuff that's not within the scope of this class. This is a meal planning new member launch. Sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your patience. So, Melissa, same thing for you. If you don't mind, and you may not be able to stay with me, and I do apologize, but I've been taking some rightful criticism for not moderating these meetings right. I want to stay within the scope of what we're talking about, but afterwards I'll stay over until midnight if you wanted to. Y'all will find I will stay longer than you. So I want to help you, okay? Yes, I will keep recording the session. I'll repeat the person's question, and then I'll answer it during bonus time. Any question about the Bulletproof Shield Perfect Days? Anything within that? All right, so I'm going to get back to my PowerPoint. All right. Next, as a new member, we're not making you do this tonight. If you look in the thread, this was a huge source of I don't want to do it. When you log in, you see a menu there: profile, daily doses, journal, weekly time and chart, live classes, resources, recipes and videos, wall breakers, challenges, and support. It's laid out simply. You know, one of the concerns today was, well, this is all piecemealed and thrown together and there's no rhyme or reason. If you start with the daily doses, in fact, we're about to make everybody start with them. We're about to take everything off the website, and until somebody's watched the daily doses, we're not letting them go anywhere else, because we get fairly or unfairly criticized for being a hodgepodge program with just piecemealed information. Everything that establishes the nutritional foundation that you'll need is in those daily doses. They only will take you a couple of hours over a period of time. You don't have to do it all at once. They'll only take you a couple of hours to listen to take notes. Then you take the test and earn your phase 1 badge. So when you log in, you just click the yellow menu button, daily doses, and you'll go right here to the daily doses. You can set your videos up simple style or YouTube style. You go through them in chronological order, and then you've learned basic nutrition. You'll have a good foundation to go and learn how to eat ice cream and frozen foods and all those other things. Someone said one of the critiques they have is this is not a clean eating program. If you watch the daily doses, there's no way that you come away from there being able to make an argument that this is not a clean eating program. Phase 1 is all about clean eating, whole food nutrition, okay? So watch the daily doses, take the test, pass test, earn the badge. But since we've got folks that come maybe with a desire level not quite there yet, we want to help you get it there. We're going to help you with your first week meal plan tonight. You may not have had time to. One of the things about getting an email with a meal plan, we don't know what you like. We're just sending a bunch of information. Tonight, we're going to look at what you like, and we're going to build around what you like. This is personalized nutrition. Okay? Don't worry about the daily doses. Almost to the meal plan section. All right. There's other things, quick things that we can look at that should help anybody get started. We'll get to the meal planner in a minute. Bear with me. Everyday Shibboleth approved foods. If you've ever eaten a sandwich, you probably stored fat. We're going to teach you how to eat a sandwich that tastes like a sandwich and lose fat. So I don't have to say that every time. That goes for all of these meals. These are easy, quick meals that anybody can eat on a budget. So let's square these away. If you've ever eaten any of these foods, you probably gained weight, and we're going to show you how to eat them and lose weight. It's a fact. If any of these is one of your 3 meals and you stop and don't graze, it's a fat-burning meal. Our style: sandwich, Spam sandwich, grilled cheese, hot dog, hamburger, peanut butter and jelly, French toast, egg white omelet, egg McMuffin, grilled chicken salad, approved protein shakes, approved meal bars, and a morning bowl of cereal. So already, for some of you, that should say, oh, I've eaten hamburgers before. So when we're making this out to be too hard, it's not your fault, it's my fault. I'm trying to take it out. I'm going to simplify. Everybody says Travis's fault. You'll feel better. You may think it's going to hurt my feelings. It won't. It's Travis's fault. He needs to simplify it more. I'm simplifying it. If you've ever eaten any of those foods that I just called out, and you like any of those foods that I just called out, you probably eat them the wrong way, and with a tweak, a Shibboleth tweak, you'll now be losing fat if you can control your portion and not graze between the meals. Did anybody see anything on this list that you've ever eaten before? Let me stop again because I want to see what you say, daggone it. Did anybody see anything? You did. Okay, see, already when we get to the meal planner, you should say, hallelujah. There was about 4 of those that I already eat before I come to the program, and I've been storing fat. I know in my spirit I've been storing fat. I knew something wasn't right because of how I felt after I ate it. But praise God, now we're going to tweak it. We're going to just tweak it just a little bit. And now I got an approved meal that if I don't graze between meals, I'm going to burn booty, right? Everything's printable. Everything's printable. All we ask on the honor system is you don't give it out to non-members. That's all we ask. Because you'll get mad at us if we can't survive and we're not here for you. You know what I mean? I've been there too. Anybody ever heard of Thrive? So y'all with me? All right. So we're good so far. I like where we're going. It looks like I got some people the desire's coming up. I like it. All right, so now watch this. Watch this. This is amazing to me. Simplifying this stuff. Oh, let me get. Oh, there it goes. All right. Got to make sure it's up on both screens. Hold on. This is awesome, ain't it? Everybody say it's awesome. If it ain't, go on and tell the truth in advance. Because when you lose weight, it will be awesome. Oh, I got to brag. Terry says, Travis, because of the support, motivation, and teaching, I'm down 20 pounds in 26 days. I'm feeling so much better. God bless you, Terry, for sharing that and inspiring others. Bless the name of the Lord. That's so good. Thanks for sharing that. All right. Now let's look at on-the-go meal replacements. Did you know there's on-the-go meal replacements that you can have? Now, some of these you are already doing, or some of these you've never heard of. We'll get there. We ain't got to the meal planner yet. You may not like any of these, but I want to show you how you should build your meal plan in the beginning, even though there's tens of thousands of approved meals. Mighty Muffin, Health-Wise Hot Chocolate, Quest Cookie, Power Crunch Bar, Quest Bar, Approved Shake, 1/3 of a hemp bar, Advanced Health Systems Mac and Cheese, Advanced Health Systems Fettuccine, Advanced Health Systems Cheesesteak Pasta. I'm trying to go fast. Oh, yeah, 1 bar Health-Wise microwavable meals, real good pizzas, real good enchiladas, No Better Donuts, Atkins Bar, No Better Cookies, G-Butter, Pure Protein Bars, Premier Protein Bars. Find those at every Walmart. Health-Wise High Protein Soups, Premier Protein Shakes, Shibboleth Meal Replacement Bars, Shibboleth Products, AHS Pancakes, AHS Oatmeal. Just an example. Now, I know the devil. The devil say, oh, see there? You got to buy that stuff. No, you don't. I'm talking to those people that either are already aware of these or they need stuff that's quick, fast, and on the go. You don't have to do these. You can have all from that list I just showed you. You can have Spam sandwiches and peanut butter sandwiches and lose weight. My goodness. You with me? Get out of here, devil. Get out of here. Restaurants. There's thousands of restaurant options. In fact, the Daily Doses will teach you how to eat at any restaurant, and then we have a restaurant guide on top of that. But let's look at this. I've put together restaurant meals for different of my peers, my classmates, I should say, because I'm in class with them, that they can get anywhere. Okay, restaurants, Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets, Chick-fil-A fried nuggets, Mexican restaurant, 2 options at any Mexican restaurant, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, family style restaurant, grilled chicken with salad, family style restaurant, grilled salmon with vegetable medley, 2 Waffle House options, Red Lobster option at Steakhouse, any steakhouse, Cracker Barrel, Taco Bell, Captain D's, any Chinese restaurant, 2 options. So you got a list there that you can start with, but I want to just keep on beating a dead horse. This is not everything. Why do I keep saying that? I have people that will quit going, well, I don't like none of that. But look, to get all this in an hour, I got to have a condensed version. I can't give you the full thing. And when you got somebody that won't even watch 2 hours of videos, you really got to get it in quick, right? So what I'm saying is, let me show you success. I'll narrow your focus and your variety, show you some success, and then you'll feel more like watching and learning more. That's my approach tonight, okay? But now I want to help you come up with your own meal plan. I know, Shanice, you're very picky, but here's the thing. And again, I said I wouldn't jump out of information, but I'm going to. Shanice, you know I care, don't you? But here's the thing. When I was overweight, I said that too. I don't know how you've done well last I talked to you, so you may not have the kind of weight I had to lose. But it wasn't because I was picky that I was overweight. We're talking to ourselves all wrong. We're not picky. It's not being very peculiar or picky to eat the foods that cause weight gain. Does that help that resonate with you? I hope that helps. You got to think, I am lying to myself. I am lying to myself. All right. So anyway, let's get back started. Let me pull up. Does everybody have the link? Were you able to at least pull up the meal planner and the void replacement planner? Anybody able to do that? I'm going to pull them up so you know what they look like. Bear with me. I got lots of screens up here. That's what I need, Trav. That's what I need. Now, if I can find it, custom meal plan. All right. See if this is the right one. Yes. So let's look at the meal plan. Now, I'm going to hope that since I'm going to have to grab info from people here that are volunteering information. I'm going to hope that since I can't get to everybody to do this for you, that you can do some deductive reasoning as we build this meal plan. Okay? And I will stay with you all night if that's what it takes. If we have to, this won't happen, but if I've got somebody that needs me to work with them until the sunrise, I will. Okay? So here we are. We're looking at a meal plan, and you'll see it's got, what do you currently eat? Now, we can't go over everything you eat, so I want you to come up with the top few things that you already ate before your new lifestyle. If you know, and you're saying, I wish I could stay up all night. I work at least 100 hours a week, on a slow week, 60 to 70. And I love you enough to stay up and lose sleep for you. That's what I'm telling you. Now, if I can get you to love yourself enough, all right, and to want it that bad, it'll change your life like nothing else. So let's look. We got the meal plan. Tell me what you were eating before you came here. Okay, I'm gonna write down, and I'm gonna go on and pull off this screen. Y'all seen my little worksheet. Now you can see the board better, right? So I seen Jimmy Dean. Y'all have to bear with me, it's scrolling fast. Jimmy Dean Sausage sandwich. I saw that. I don't want to go back. Sausage sandwich for the morning. All right. Egg McMuffin. Egg McMuffin. I was already eating a Egg McMuffin. Raisin Bran cereal. Raisin Bran. Waffles. Coffee. Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Same thing, same thing. Oatmeal. Cereal with almond milk and fruit. We'll leave up cereal because you'll be able to deductive reason this out. Chick-fil-A chicken minis. Vanilla wafers, peanut butter. Vanilla wafers, peanut butter. Eggs, bacon, toast. Hash browns. Give me some other stuff for lunch and dinner. For lunch and dinner. Gravy and biscuits. Gravy and biscuits. Burger and fries, wings and pizza. Mexican burrito, bean burrito, Mexican. Bean burrito. Philly cheesesteak. Okay. Let's tackle these. Let's tackle these first. Pasta, we'll get to those. Listen, I'll stay with you all night. Let's tackle these. Y'all ready? You ready to tackle them? Pinto's beans, cornbread. I haven't seen anything else. Listen, I haven't seen anything that y'all are eating style-wise that you can't eat on your new lifestyle with some tweaks. Okay? Now watch. I want everybody to leave going, dadgum, what's wrong with me? Okay? I got to do this. Jimmy Dean sausage sandwich. Okay? Whoever wrote that, you write that on the left side, and then on the right side, you write down, let me pull up the name because I don't hardly ever eat them. It's in resources. Bear with me. I'll get it. It won't take but a second. I don't want to tell you the wrong. They've got a lot that don't work. The one you're talking about will not work. So I'm going to my food library, and I'm going to put in Jimmy Dean. Okay. And then I'm going to quickly share this. So, sharing this. All I did was go into resources, into the food library. You seen how quick that was? And it tells me all of the Jimmy Dean Delight products or Jimmy Dean products that will work. So I can have a Jimmy Dean Delight honey wheat English muffin made with whole grain. It's going to have sausage on it or whatever. You got a breakfast bowl, a Jimmy Dean Delight's croissant, turkey sausage, egg white, and cheese. So me showing you this list, whoever named that one. They are close in name, but it doesn't matter. We got to do our due diligence. We pull it up. Let's say that I wanted this turkey croissant. I can see the image. That's the one I'm getting. Okay? Jimmy Dean Delights croissant, turkey, sausage, egg white, and cheese. Could you do that for me for breakfast instead of the one you're doing? Could you do that? Because here's the difference. The one you're doing has got a little too much fat, a little too fast digesting ingredients. You get an insulin response, and you get a fat storage response, and you get accelerated appetite. So do most reasonable people think that hey, that's a no-brainer. You can do that. Correct. So now we have one breakfast to write up. We've already eaten it. Now listen, we were already eating it. Why not just eat it with a tweak? Eat it, stop eating, no grazing. We're going to get to eat lunch later. Here's what you learned, though, by watching the daily doses. This, stay with me, this on the weight loss meter is a 1, meaning if you overdo it, it can hurt you. But it is approved, and you'll get great results if you're following the shield. But what you learn, yes, I would log that as a meal replacement. What you will get as you proceed forth with the program is you will learn that you could have a Thomas Light muffin, some approved homemade sausage and fat-free cheese and an egg white, and you'll lose weight faster. Do you see? So by watching the daily doses, we learn even better ways to do this. All right? So let's look at some more of your stuff. An Egg McMuffin, can I carry in my survival kit? We teach this all the time. Can I carry in my survival kit a Thomas Light muffin and order at McDonald's an Egg McMuffin, but just throw away their bread and use my bread? Can I do that? Is that a bad, if that's too much of a stretch for you, just too much work for you to do that? We got to probably work on our why, but you just say, hey, I won't do that option. I'll pick out other options because there's going to be plenty. But you could do that. Carry your Thomas Light muffin in your survival kit. You've got an Egg McMuffin. Write that on your meal plan. Raisin Bran. I don't think you can do Raisin Bran. Let me double check the library. Pretty sure that one's not in there. There's no Raisin Bran. It's too high in sugar and carbs and starch. But watch this. My whole point tonight is going to be you're already doing this stuff. Okay, so watch. This is fun. Now, I just pulled up cereal. The more negative the number, all the people that named cereal, the more negative the little light blue number, the better it is. So it's up to you which one you choose. The more negative the number, the better. So AHS is the best, right? But then you got Captain Crunch. You've got High-Low from Nutritious Living is great. Kashi Goline brands that are great. Special K. Let's pretend that you said, like Haley did. Haley said Special K works. So you got Special K protein. Let's say that I like, because I do, let's say that I like the red berries, the strawberry. Let's see, Special K, red berries. That's one of my favorite. I like red berries. So I pull it up. I see that it works, but I got to look at the description, and it says I've got to use either Kroger Carb Master milk or fat-free Fairlife milk. So I'm still having a bowl of cereal, but I tweaked it, added protein to it, added slow digesting ingredients. I'm good to go. Now I've got several breakfasts I can have. Stop me if this does not make sense so that I can rethink how I'm approaching it. Does this make sense? Special K protein's perfect. Is this making sense? Good. So I'm not saying these are the best options, but let me tell you what the best option is. For me, I eat Advanced Health Systems cereal with sweet hemp flakes on it and fat-free Fairlife milk, okay? Or a protein shake on it instead of milk. That's best. But if you won't do that, that's not best for you. What is best for you is what causes weight loss. You enjoy it. It doesn't matter if doing it my way will make you lose weight a little faster, because you're not going to do it. What you will do that causes weight loss is the best for you. Sharon says, I don't do dairy. We don't have to do dairy, right? We can list all day and just scratch dairy off. Let me make a good point about what Sharon's saying, because many of y'all are in the same boat. You can't do dairy for whatever reason. The good news is dairy's bad for you. Even our approved dairy, it's not good for the body. But instead of, not saying she is, but instead of getting, I dealt with it all day today. Instead of getting hung up on, I can't have that, and I see it on your list, just scratch it. Just scratch it. You don't have to have it. Gone. Don't worry about it. It's a blessing that you can't have that. Really is. You'll get better results. Am I making sense? I'm trying to. All right. Next. Good night, Miss Patricia. Good night. Good to see you. Okay. Waffles. I can make a waffle out of the Advanced Health Systems pancake mix. I can go to my freezer right now if you want me to, and I can show you a no better waffle. I have them all the time. It's already shaped like a waffle, delicious. It's grain-free, dairy-free, everything free, perfectly clean, and works great on the program. So there you go. If you have no better waffles, it's called No Better Brand waffles, or you got Advanced Health Systems pancake mix that you just put in a waffle maker. So everything you're already doing, you can keep doing. Oatmeal. Here's the thing about oatmeal. You can't eat it by itself unless you choose one of our high-protein oatmeals. You could choose that, and then you can still have oatmeal. Advanced Health Systems or Health-Wise oatmeal will work great if you want to eat oatmeal by itself. If you're trying to lose weight and you're eating oatmeal by itself, other than high protein oatmeals like those, you're going to struggle. You've got to put those in the right food combinations. So whoever was eating oatmeal, could you do this for me? Could you have scrambled egg whites with Quaker Weight Control oatmeal? Or could you do approved vanilla protein shake with Quaker Weight Control oatmeal? So if you can do that, we got it covered there, right? What about Chick-fil-A chicken minis? I don't do those. Is that like a white bread with fried chicken? Louise is asking me about grits, I guess. It says grit. Is it grits? Grits are allowed, but you have to put them in the right food combination. If you want to stay overtime and say, Travis, give me an approved meal with grits in it because I don't have time to watch the videos, then I'll give you an approved meal with grits if you'll stay after. It's not a problem. Biscuits is not a problem. I just had biscuits. I wish I wouldn't have eaten them all. I'd have showed you. Okay, these are little breakfast sandwiches, breaded chicken nugget in a biscuit. Okay, first of all, the breaded and fried chicken at Chick-fil-A in the right portion is allowed. They use a low-carb breading. That doesn't hold up for other fast food restaurants, but it does for Chick-fil-A. Would you mind eating that in a lettuce wrap or over a salad? If you really want the bread with it, would you mind carrying in your tortilla and wrapping your tortilla around it, your approved one? Would you mind putting that fried chicken breast in a Thomas Light muffin? Because if you'll do that, we've got a winner. You see? You've got a winner. If you can control your portion, you've got a winner. vanilla wafers with peanut butter, buff baked cookies. Buff baked cookies taste like vanilla wafers. Buff baked cookies, done deal. You can eat one package of buff baked cookies, sandwich cookies. There's 4 of them. They're really filling. They're high protein. Buff baked sandwich cookies instead of vanilla wafers with a glass of Kroger Carb Master milk or fat-free Fairlife milk. I guarantee you, they're delicious. Okay? What about hash browns? Several ways to do that. There's a good, better, best way, but same thing, it's like grits, okay? If I have hash browns, that's a category 3. I can have a 1/4 cup of hash browns. So would you mind having some scrambled egg whites with a 1/4 cup of fried hash browns? Probably use I believe it's called Simply Potatoes. Use Simply Potatoes so that I know that we're safe. Simply Potatoes you can find in any grocery store. And fry those up in some Pam cooking spray. Eat those with egg whites and eat a piece of double fiber wheat bread toast. Or scramble up your egg whites with some category 2 spinach and then have your hash browns. Could you do that for me? And they're giving you, the experienced members are giving you even better options by using butternut squash and making butternut squash taste like hash browns. You can do that. Biscuits. Sasha made, look at my Facebook page a few days ago. You'll see Sasha made biscuits. So we can have Cheddar Bay biscuits, our version of Cheddar Bay biscuits with homemade approved spaghetti. And then, of course, we eat them with eggs and everything else. But if you struggle making Carb Quick biscuits taste delicious, email Sasha. She'll share a recipe with you. She made us some Cheddar Bay biscuits. They were outstanding out of Carb Quick flour. You're just switching up some ingredients. You'll lose the fat. If you don't like the taste of them, but you previously liked biscuits, you just don't like Carb Quick biscuits, then maybe try someone else's recipe because we loved them. My son loved them. They're kid approved. They're delicious. Sometimes it's all in the mind. We have the buff baked sandwich cookies, and you can also get them at Vitamin Shop. We have them in our e-store as well. Buff baked sandwich cookies. Different flavors. They're delicious. Gravy's easy. You just buy Southeastern Meals gravy mix at the grocery store, some other gravy mix, use MCT oil and water, mix that up. You got good tasting gravy. Southeastern Meals gravy mix is what I use. Burger and fries. Okay. All right, I'll agree. This is a tough one if you're eating out. If you just, I got to have my burger and fries, and you've got to decide if you can give up the burger coupled with the fries, because that's never going to work unless you have a holiday. You can have a Big Mac and fries on a holiday. You get 6 holidays a month. But if you want to have a perfect day and have a burger and fries eating out, can't do that. You can make a burger and fries at home that's approved, but you can't do that eating out. You either got to pick the burger, and you definitely got to leave the fries off because they're cooking a potato in bad oil. So you have to have those French fries at home if you want French fries. But you can definitely do a burger out using approved bread, or do like I do, get the burger, but throw away the bread and ask for a side salad with nothing on it. I just eat it over lettuce. You get used to that. You'll be surprised how good it is. Or you take in your approved bread in your survival kit. Kind of already went over that one, but you can do that. You can also look in the fast food library, go to McDonald's, Burger King, all the fast food options that are available, and look up your favorite burger in fast food options, and then read the description on how to modify it and make it right. So it's not like you can't have it. You can still have it. I make a weight loss burger. You know how I make a weight loss burger? I make a weight loss burger at home using Laura's Lean, 96% lean ground beef. I make that Laura's Lean ground beef patty. I put it between the lids of approved bread or on an approved tortilla and eat it like a burrito or whatever I want. Or I put it on a lettuce wrap. Lettuce wrap more often than not because I like losing weight faster. Bread never does the body good, but you can still do it. If you can learn just how to modify these meals we're talking about tonight, do your options ever run dry? Do your options ever run dry? Okay. Fries, you want French fries, then I would suggest butternut squash fries for your best option. There's a recipe online, butternut squash fries. If you want a true French fried potato, get you some Simply Potato French fries, or cut some potatoes up into French fry size bites and just cook them in MCT oil, and you've got French fries. They are a category 3. And you'll have to eat them in the right food combination. And if you ever need a food combination with homemade French fries, all you got to do is ask. Wings are already allowed. I can have any dry rub seasoning wing. I can't have teriyaki, but other than that, I can have the lemon pepper. I can have garlic parmesan. I can have most of the Tabasco sauce buffalo type wings. Just make sure it's not one of those that's Tabasco coupled with sugar. I can have anywhere from 6 to 9 wings depending on the size of the wings with a side salad, and I'm good to go. I can have pizza. I can go to any restaurant and get 2 slices of pizza, take off the toppings, eat them over a salad. If I want the pizza with the bread, I got to go to Domino's and I got to get a thin crust Philly cheesesteak pizza, and I only get 2 slices. I can have the real good pizzas at home. I can make a beautiful, big, fat-burning homemade pizza. There's recipes for those. Boneless wing, not boneless wings, because they're going to be breaded, right? You're talking about boneless. If you're talking about chicken tender wings, that I've seen a few places have those. But you're not. You're talking about breaded. No, can't have breaded boneless wings if we want to lose weight, unless I think we overlook that we don't have to be perfect every day of the month. We have to be perfect 24 to 25 days a month. We get 6 holidays. How often do we really go crazy with breaded boneless wings? You get my point? Does that make sense? Yes, Chanel. Domino's Philly cheesesteak pizza on a thin crust works as is with the thin crust, as long as you have 2 large slices and with or without a side salad to give you some more bulk and filler. Or you could do, something like this, 3 wings, bone-in wings, no breading. 3 wings with 1 slice of Philly cheesesteak pizza. So you can divide it up like that. Mexican restaurant, so many options. Just what do you want? What are you used to eating at a Mexican restaurant? I can tweak it and you'll lose weight instead of gain weight. You've probably been gaining, I know you've been gaining weight eating at a Mexican restaurant, but not if I tweak it for you. If you don't know how to tweak it, tell me what you have. We'll tweak it for you. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're writing down tweaked options on that sheet. I want you to be successful. Nachos is an easy one. It's an easy one if you'll do your due diligence. So what do you put, Louise? I'll be watching the thread. What do you put on your nachos? What do you put on them? Enchilada is easy. You just take a La Tortilla Factory 50-calorie tortilla or any one of the many approved tortillas and build you an enchilada. What's in an enchilada? Cheese. We have approved cheese. Chicken breast. We have approved chicken. Ground beef. We have approved ground beef. All you got to do is move away from the old stuff you used to eat to the new stuff we talk about, the specific ones, right? Fajitas are always okay if you don't use their shell and you don't pour a lot of cheese dip on it. Use salsa. I always get Texas fajitos. I can't talk. Texas fajitas. That's shrimp, chicken breast, and beef with bell pepper and onions. And I take one of my tortillas in, and that's how I have it with salsa over it. I still eat the right portion and take the rest home for later and have seconds. It's easy to do. The oil's not a problem if you don't have any category 3s or 5s with the food that has the oil on it. The oils that the restaurant uses are only a problem when you have category 3 complex carbs on the plate or category 5 fruit on the plate. You can bake your tortillas for nachos, but I don't do that. Lots of our members do, and there's nothing wrong with that if you're using an approved tortilla. I simply use an approved chip like Benito's. I use 13. I do this all the time. 13 Benitos with lean ground beef on top with a quarter cup of Olay Mexican cheese dip. And I've got beef nachos that burn fat if I can have stopping sense because I love them. I can put lettuce on it. You just got to control your portion. And I can turn beef nachos into one of the worst fat storage meals into one of the best fat burning meals. Did that make sense? Anything I'm saying making sense? Bean burrito, one of my favorite things to do is to order bean burritos and put the beans in my tortilla. I especially loved, hadn't done it in years, I guess they still have it, but I used to love going to Taco Bell and sporking over I would order 2 bean burritos and spork over all the insides of both bean burritos into one of my approved tortillas, and I got a fat burning meal. I used to have to eat on the go a lot more than I do today. Philly cheesesteak. If you've been hanging around me, you know I have this every week. I have it every week. I get London broil, thin sliced London broil from Boar's Head, and get them to slice it as thin as they can, and I shred it up, put it in my pan with a tablespoon of MCT oil, cook it real good, and then I put that in a tortilla. I usually will cook the tortilla in a little oil to bubble it up. And I'll do that, and then I'll add some lettuce, whatever else I want, fat-free cheese, approved cheese, and I've got a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. It's delicious, okay? So you're getting the gist of Travis wanted me to write down what I used to eat that may or may not have caused me a problem, and all I'm doing to start is coming up with 3 breakfasts, 3 lunches, and 3 dinners to get me started. That's all I'm interested in doing, because each week we can add a 4th breakfast, a 4th lunch, a 4th dinner, then the next week a 5th, because you're starting over. You're starting life over. You're starting new. You're starting fresh. And with each passing week, you're going to lose more and more body fat. You're going to be building an arsenal of meals that is amazing. This is just where we start. But I need to make sure that your meals and your portions are right and tight for your first week. So what things do you need a replacement for right now? Cindy says, what kind of bread on Philly cheese? You can use any category 2 bread. If you don't know how to do that, let me know. You can go into resources and you can pull up the food library and you can look up bread and you'll find any number of you now know how to pick out the best one, right? The lowest weight loss meter is the best bread. My favorite thing to do is not a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, though. It's to take that meat and put it over a nice, robust salad with a few diced tomatoes, some fat-free feta cheese, and some approved Catalina dressing. Wow, that's a great salad. Popcorn's not a problem. Popcorn is an approved snack. You can have up to means I'd rather you not go up to, but you can, up to 200 calories of approved popcorn. Go on and ration it out, portion it out before you get to munching on it, and stop when you're done. But popcorn's fine. Put a little 0-calorie butter spray on it, a teaspoon of ghee if you want, salt it. Popcorn's an approved snack. All right, here's the next question. Any other question? I'm watching. Fat-free cheese. There's several questions I missed. I'm having trouble finding fat-free cheese. I hear that a lot, so I know that's a valid thing there. I'm not having a problem. I've looked in Cartersville, found it everywhere. I've looked in St. Augustine, Florida, found it everywhere. I do have to really scavenge, go on a little scavenger dig, but I always find Kraft fat-free, Laura Lynn fat-free, Borden fat-free, fat-free feta, Lifetime fat-free, Kroger brand fat-free. I always find, they won't have all those, but I always find one of those, and I'm so sorry you're struggling finding the fat-free cheese. When you're struggling finding fat-free cheese, then you have to move from category 1 cheese to category 4 cheese. You can still have it, changes your combinations up. So you can have Sargento reduced fat cheese, which also is a category 4 cheese, Sargento reduced fat. You can also do Cabot extra light cheese. That's hump cheese, Cabot, C-A-B-O-T. So you can do those. Just remember they're no longer a category 1, but a category 4, or you can use a little bit as a condiment on any meal. So question, what about when you exercise? Why did I gain weight not having a holiday and eating correctly while exercising? What do I need to do different? When I say approved meals, similar to a protein shake for breakfast, a 1 bar for lunch, an approved recipe for dinner, and no snack or simply an approved portion of pop chips or an approved enlightened bar. Just going on what you're saying, okay? That's all I can do without seeing the pictures of what you eat. I take pictures of everything I eat. Just going on what you're saying. When I exercise, why did I get? Are you talking about you are monitoring your result? Are you saying you're eating that clean and lean, and you're exercising and not losing weight in a week, or do you mean you didn't lose weight in 1 day? Answer that, and then I can go further. Maybe Deb, I can just see the first 3 letters of your name. Maybe Deb, why don't you ask the manager to carry some, or tell them you're going to have to quit shopping there and see what happens? You need one, and pull off do me this favor. You might be surprised. Go pull off or print out or write down all of the brand name fat-free cheeses in our library and take that list. I bet they've got one somewhere there. What sauce do you use for pizza sauce? Any pizza sauce that's 5 grams of sugar or less. Let me see if I can find you one in the library quick. If I can't find it quick, I'm going to have to move on. Trader Joe's. All right. Trader Joe's fat-free pizza sauce. Regano's pizza sauce. So there's several. Please, if you will, when you get time, look in the library. They're there. Okay. So JB's saying I ate perfectly. I didn't lose in an entire week, and I gained 2 pounds. That's a tough one. That's a tough one without me seeing your meals for an entire week. Because if you're spiking insulin without knowing it, that's going to cause fluid retention. That's going to cause fat gain. So I don't know without seeing. But going on what you're saying, you did that every single day and you worked out hard, gained 2 pounds. Are you new at working out? Are you new at working out? Answer that and we can go to the next step. Because it's always easy to fit. You're new at working out. It's easy then. If you're new, are you sore? Are you sore? Are you joint sore? Are you muscle sore? Anybody else got a question while we're helping JB? Yes, but not much. So you're new at working out. One of the first things the body's going to do is create inflammation, which causes water retention. So you're going to have some water retention. So what if you lost 3 pounds, but you got 2 pounds but you got 4? What if you lost 1 to 2 pounds of fat, but you got 3 to 4 pounds of water retention. So 1 week, let's give it some time and then relook at it. Don't eat more because you're working out. Everybody's going to tell you to do that. That's not the problem. You'll never be successful if you buy into that, unless your goal is to bulk up and get big and strong. If your goal is to preserve muscle and to lose fat, you don't need to eat more because you're working out. Think about it. If you do that and you burn a few hundred calories during your workout, then you go eat more, possibly even spike insulin, you just negated your entire investment of effort in a workout. It's all about nutrition. I commend you for working out. And it's probably water retention due to you just beginning. Until your body adapts to those stressors, you may have a little fluid retention, but it's no big deal if you're doing this as a lifestyle. The fat must come off. You'll be the first person in the history of the world to eat like you're talking about eating and work out and not lose fat. You will lose it. It will fall. We may have just taken too brief of a snapshot. I know that's not what you want to hear, but let's get another week or two under our belt and then relook at it. And you might want to have me or someone look very closely at a food journal that you're keeping, just to make sure, because on a chat, you may have forgot something. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you did, but you could have. You should not should you work ghee into your meals? Is it a replacement for butter, say on toast? You should not purposely work it into a meal. If a meal that you want calls for butter, use a little ghee, it'll be fine. It's a good substitute for full fat, long chain triglyceride butter. It's much better for you. We use things here practically. It's getting late. Some of y'all having to go to bed. I love y'all. Appreciate you. Cam, can I put milk in my coffee? What kind of milk? See, it's all about the tweak. Skim milk, Fat Bus City. What kind of milk? Fairlife fat-free milk. Not Fairlife. Let's be specific. Fat-free Fairlife milk. Yes, you can put a little bit of that in your coffee and it will cause no problem whatsoever. Anybody else? We're not going to get to the void replacement list tonight. Would y'all like to do that at another time? We'll call it launch party. So launch party part 2, void replacements. Would that be a help to you? Okay, we'll do that next time since I've went way long. Did you say I'm going overtime? I've been overtime, but I'm going overtime. If you've got personal questions, ask them. Did you say we can have as a meal Quaker Weight Control oatmeal with a protein shake? Yes, I did. If it's one package of Quaker Weight Control oatmeal is a category 2+3. So then you can add an approved shake. A category 1 approved shake would be a category 1, 2, 3 perfect food combination. Write that down so that you ain't got to worry about combinations because I just told you it'll work, right? That'll work perfectly for you. One package of Quaker Weight Control oatmeal with, say, 8 to 12 ounces of a category 1 protein shake. Perfect breakfast, way to get the day started. Let me look up granola for you. Granola does not do the body good. It's so bad for us. It really is. It's so bad for us. But I know you like it, so let me see what I got. All right, here's what's available in the library. Bare Naked Fit Vanilla Almond Crunch granola. Bare Naked Honey Almond granola. Bare Naked Original Cinnamon granola. Hemp Hearts is a good one. Hemp Hearts High Energy Crumbles granola. We carry those. Forgot about those. Those are your granolas. So if you dare to do that, that's the ones I would use. What was the actual question, though? I'd have to see a recipe for homemade granola. Granola is very high carb, very high carb. I'm not against carbs. This is not a ketogenic program. We believe in eating carbs in the right food combination. But granola, most of the time, is so high in carbs. You're trying to create an energy deficit and control insulin. Most of the time, it's so high in carbs. Only the leanest and fittest people need to be eating it for an energy source, or your body will stop using its reserve energy called excess fat. Be very, very aware and afraid of granola. It's in every women's health magazine. It's all over the place. Don't do it. And if you got to, use approved ones and follow the descriptions in the food library. I'm for you, not against you. Chocolate, Kroger, Carb Master milk in coffee. Sure. If you want to do that, you can do that. Just don't, I'm assuming Kim will stop me sometimes. Kim should both say, now, Travis, remember who you're talking to. We're talking to people that love to add, because that's our nature, isn't it? But we're talking about a smidge just to cream it, right? Just a smidge. Chocolate, Kroger, Carb Master milk in your coffee should be fine if you're using a smidge to give it a little flavor. Now, if you mean you're having a little coffee with your milk, then we got to follow the rules for Kroger Carb Master milk. Kashi GoLean sub for granola. Yes, Kashi GoLean original you could sub for the granola. That would be a good idea, Louise. What do I put in my bio coffee? Sometimes nothing. But my favorite way to use bio coffee is as a meal. It can only work as a meal if I add enough protein to it. So I like to have a meal replacement that is bio coffee coupled with a scoop of health-wise hot chocolate. That's what I like to do. Julian Bakery, I can go on and tell you it's not in our library, but it'll work. Theirs is all low to no carbs. So their granola will work. I say that, I probably should look. Somebody should, just to be safe. They may be getting off their old mission. Their old mission used to be 0 carb. So if you want me to look at that for you, send me a link. I'll look so that you're safe. You're putting in too much effort not to be safe. Yeah, then you're good, Deb. I thought so. Julian Bakery. Maybe ask Kim Shibboleth in the We Fixed It group to add that to the library. May already be in there. Somebody says, whose name is this? Darlene. Darlene says, I'm curious. Why is it okay to eat certain foods, such as regular cheese, with certain meals at certain restaurants, but not when I cook the same thing at home? For instance, at Applebee's Fiesta Lime Chicken, it has cheese and little tortilla strips, and it's approved. First of all, read the description and make sure that it doesn't say to eliminate something or to scrape something off. Assuming it doesn't have a description to remove something or scrape something off, it's because we have the nutrition label. And when we have the nutrition label and we can look at formulas, that trumps anything else. But when you're doing it at home, your hand's in the pot. You don't send it off to a university and you don't get it analyzed, and we don't know for sure. So then we have to default to proper food combining and the rules to make sure that your calories are in line and that your food combinations are in line to control insulin. Anytime I have a nutrition label and the ingredients, I can make exceptions to our rules. But when you're doing it at home with stuff just out of the fridge and out of the pantry, I have to follow portion control rules and I have to follow combination rules. Plus, in addition to that, very important, we make our program to be practical. And I know you're going to eat out. So if I tell you you can't have anything when you eat out, then you're not going to do this program. So one of the things we do is come up with options, assuming you're not eating out breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, that will hold the line. They may not be the best weight loss meals. Look at the weight loss meter. But if you do it at home with approved ingredients, then I'm getting a better result. There's a reason for everything we do. Now watch. So if you have a good weight loss breakfast, but at lunch you had that meal you're talking about, maybe your breakfast was a -1 on the weight loss meter. And then at lunch you had the meal you're talking about, and maybe it's a 0 on the weight loss meter. You're just holding the line. You didn't make any progress. But at home that night, let's say your dinner was fat-free cheese, -3 cheese, -3 chicken breast. You just ate the best stuff. And it ended up being a -2 meal. We've made progress for that day. So when you're at home, I want you to do things. I mean, I really want you to be spot on to make up for the times you're eating out. Anytime you're eating out, there's going to be sneaky calories too. You know what I'm saying? That's why people that don't eat out get better results than those that do eat out. It's just a lot of this isn't the formulas. A lot of this is behavior. What's a normal person's behavior like? And how do I account for that behavior to help them be successful? I hope that makes sense. Did that make any sense to you, Darlene? Because if you do it the way you do it at a restaurant at home, you're never going to lose weight. Louise, grits meal, egg white omelet with spinach and grits, any flavor grits, cheese grits. One of my favorite meals is a perfect pairing called scrambled egg whites mixed with cheese grits. You need to, it's best to have a piece of double fiber wheat bread toast with it so you get a 1, 2, 3. But grits are fine. 1/4 cup of cooked grits are fine. Helen wanted to know why you can't use store brand fat-free milk. Big no-no, Sharon. Big no-no. It's a sugar bomb. Did you know that? Fat-free milk is full of sugar. Whole milk is full of sugar and fat. Ugh. Blood sugar through the roof. Pancreas dumps a load of insulin. You'll never lose fat that way. You might lose weight, but you won't lose fat. That makes sense? Anybody else? Yes, egg beaters is a fine replacement for egg whites. The question is, can I do egg beaters instead of egg whites? Same thing. Egg beaters aren't as good for you simply from a wellness standpoint because they got food coloring in them, but they work from a weight loss standpoint. They're approved on the program. So you can do egg beaters with 1 package of instant grits and a piece of double fiber toast, and then stop eating. Don't graze. Don't eat seconds until 4 to 6 hours later. Anybody else? Did you come up with some meal ideas tonight? Did you find replacements for past things that you used to eat? Don't graze. Grazing's killing our folks. Don't graze between meals. Well, that's a good question. Who is it? Stephanie. If skim milk is that bad for weight loss, why would a coffee drink at Starbucks with skim milk be an approved snack? Well, it's a good question, but it wouldn't be an approved snack if it didn't have enough protein in it to neutralize the sugar impact. Again, we have a nutrition label that tells us the amount of fat, the amount of carbs, the amount of net carbs, the amount of protein. So that's why it's approved, okay? It's a snack, and we don't ever want you having snacks unless you have what? Mental weakness. You want to try skim milk at home, your results will suffer. It will suffer, okay? If you want to figure out how to pair protein with skim milk and go for it, we allow that. Did you know that? Did you know that we allow skim milk? We don't talk about it much. Does anybody know how we allow skim milk? In approved recipes. And in what other way? in phase 1 cereals. We don't recommend it. Why would you do that when you could get better weight loss results from using the better milks? But you can use a 1/4 cup of skim milk with K's Natural cereal, Kashi GoLean Original, High-Low from Nutritious Living, and Advanced Health Systems Cinnamon Crisp cereal. You could use skim milk if you prefer regular store-bought, easy access, because Fat-Free Fairlife is store-bought, right? But you could use regular skim milk for sure with an approved cereal or in an approved recipe. I hope that made sense. Almond milk, unsweetened almond milk is an approved milk. Same thing. It's not as, no milk's good for you. Unsweetened almond milk is not as good as Fat-Free Fairlife milk, Kroger Carbmaster milk. Unless you don't like the taste of one of those milks, I don't know why you would do something differently. Unless you have some sort of allergy issue that you got to have unsweetened almond milk. But it would be better for you than skim milk. It'd be better for you than skim milk for sure. But you still need to do it in an approved, you don't need to do it by itself. You need to do it in an approved recipe, or you need to do it with a phase 1 cereal. Hope that makes sense. Sharon, I agree. That's why I was saying it's better for you than skim milk for sure. Next question. My dad was going to buy me a smoothie from McDonald's. I told him I appreciate it, but would not drink it. He asked why. Because it's fruit. He didn't see how it could be bad. I told him it's full of sugar. He said, no, it's not. It's fruit. I said, it's still full of sugar. And even if natural sugar, it spikes your blood sugar, therefore negatively affecting your body's processing and digesting. Is this correct? I'd love for him to join. If you've got a weight problem, having a fruit smoothie is a nightmare. Number one, fruit needs to be eaten in the right combination for somebody trying to lose weight to neutralize insulin. Insulin fat storage hormone. Can y'all hear me? I'm having to yell. I'm not mad. I'm just having to yell at my mic. Fat storage hormone. Appetite goes up. Fat storage takes place for 48 hours after the eating episode. Efficient fat burning stops for up to 2 days because you ate fruit by itself. Now, eating fruit, when you get into maintenance, eating a whole fruit is good for you. This trend of, now stay with me now, stay with me. This trend of processing fruit further, pre-digesting it into a smoothie. Fruit is full of fructose. But at least in an apple, we still got to eat it in the right combination until we reach maintenance, and we can have it by itself as a snack. But if I eat an apple, I'm eating the fiber, I'm eating the pulp. I've got fiber in there helping slow down the blood sugar rise. Your body has to break that apple down and digest it. When you drink a smoothie, it's already digested. It's instant blood sugar acceleration. And the pancreas has to release even more insulin, more fat storage, more growth hormone. Oh, but I absorb the nutrition so much better. Boy, we believe lies. Our body's perfect. Unless your body's sick, your body's perfectly able to process food without your help. I hope this makes sense, because this is I want you to look back since the smoothie and juicing craze. How has that impacted the obesity epidemic? Because most people do that. Is it working? No, it's not working. Smoothies aren't good for you unless you're using a recipe that's high protein, high fiber. They're not good for you. Or unless you're sick and you're not absorbing nutrition and you need to absorb nutrition. Let your body do the digestive breaking down of whole fruit. Does that make sense? Yes, ma'am. I'm recording for those of you that's got to go night-night. I told you, I just love you, trying to help you. Y'all seen that thread today. Travis has got to get busy helping people that are feeling lost. What else? What else can we help with? Joyce DeWalt, hello. How is Swiss Miss hot chocolate prepared to be approved? Well, first of all, you can't use Swiss Miss hot chocolate. You know how I am. You got to be specific. You can have sugar-free Swiss Miss and mix it with Kroger Carbmaster milk or fat-free Fairlife milk, Joyce. Do you have alternative food list combinations for a vegan diet? You just drop the one, you drop the meat. That's it. I know I'm working on, just like I'm trying to simplify this stuff because people think we don't have a vegan vegetarian approach. We do, and it's simple. You just drop the meat. You still have to eat in the right food combinations. Where I do have to work is on the processed stuff that vegans, vegetarians are wanting. Like, what is the cheese that's approved? It's already in the library. It's already there, but I know what you're wanting. You're wanting one condensed sheet so you don't have to look through the library maybe. What is that called, that cheese? I'm just trying to think of an example. I don't use it. Yeah, veggie shreds. You're looking for that list. I promise I'll try to do better. But when you're looking at the combination card, the combinations never change. They can't change. You won't lose fat if you don't control insulin. So all you're doing, veggie shreds is a category 1 cheese. Did you know that? I'm pretty sure it is. It may be a 4, but it's already available. Yogurt, different approved yogurts, different approved cottage cheese, chia seed, flax seed. There's so many things, beans, legumes. There's so many things that are vegan, vegetarian that are already approved. Explore Cuisine pasta. All of these are approved. I'm going to work on a list for you to condense it for you and simplify it. We got a video on it, but it's old. And there's a lot more approved stuff now. But basically what you're doing is dropping the meat and still sticking to the food combinations. Anybody else? I just need to know this helped you with your meal planning, if you're new especially, or lost. And I'm hoping if you're still confused, get an appointment with us and let somebody love on you. You know what they'll do if you get an appointment and ask them to help you with a meal plan? I talked to over 100 people at one time tonight. It's difficult, right? But I think you can see we can give anybody that sheet of paper and personalize a nutrition plan for them. All you've got to do, instead of be lost and confused and frustrated, all you got to do is get that appointment, tell them what you used to eat, and let them help you make the appropriate swaps. And then follow the bulletproof shield. It don't matter about the swaps if you're grazing between meals, you won't be successful. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me that you say that. Janet, Sharon, thank y'all all. Kathy asked a question. What is the benefit of bio coffee? I see lots of posts about it. It's just a good wellness coffee. No caffeine. Up to 2 servings by itself can equal your 1 snack for the day. I use it during times of I work out really hard these days. I didn't lose my weight. I do work out now. And since I don't eat a lot like I used to, sometimes after a very taxing workout, my blood sugar will drop. I'll have a bio coffee as a half a snack. It's also good as an anti-inflammatory. It's also good to keep your bowel movements regular, but you still have to count it correctly within the program. Anybody else? Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Stephanie says vegan is harder because they not only don't eat meat, they also eat no animal products. Well, it depends. Some vegetarians do incorporate fish and some products. Vegans don't. You're right. It is still doable, very doable. You still got to eat in the right combinations and get protein to preserve muscle and get protein and fiber to slow down the fat bus, or we can't lose fat. I don't want to leave anybody stranded. Did I miss anything? Is all hearts and minds clear tonight? More classes coming up later this week. Full slate this week and next week of classes. Anybody going once? Going twice? Going 3 times. God bless y'all. Oh, wait, Darlene's got a question. What's up? Darlene, we'll stay as long as you want to. As long as the questions are coming, I ain't going anywhere because I'm recording. People can watch this later. Amen, Barbara. Good comment. Good comment. Darlene, what's your question? Inquiring minds want to know. Going once, going twice. You can email me if I miss something. Let me put this here. TravisJack777 @gmail.com. Email me if you've got a question you didn't want to go over here, and we'll get you some help. All right, Darlene, I will be out of town for several days staying in a motel. I'm thinking about taking my air fryer. Can you give me some suggestions for some things I can take? I don't, other than what we went over tonight. You know, that's a tough one without us having a lengthy conversation. I don't cook in an air fryer. Somebody can jump in here. I've been asked to start cooking in an air fryer to figure it out, but I don't. To me, it's an air fryer. I'm guessing that it's just going to fry your food with less fat and be a healthier version of your food. So however you would cook the approved foods in an air fryer is going to be fair game. Now, if I'm traveling, do you recall the list we went over tonight? I can attach to this and send it to you tomorrow along with the video. You had a lot of fast food options you can start with, and you had a lot of meal replacement options to start with. I don't know which ones you'll like. Let me see if I can pull them up. Hang on, let me see if I can pull them up. Let me make sure I'm sharing this. This is just a few. This isn't a lot. This isn't a lot. And by the way, Kathy, following the Shibboleth lifestyle and dropping dairy products will help with your arthritic condition. Just saying. If you'll spend, it ain't going to do it overnight, but give your cells time to regenerate after eating this way for a while. This will help your arthritic condition. Can y'all see this list? Here are some of the meal replacements I would take with me. Some people can see it, some people can't. Can y'all see the list on Zoom? I don't think Facebook group can see it. Okay. So I would take a Mighty Muffin, hot chocolate, an improved shake mix, a couple of hemp bars. I wouldn't take real good pizzas and enchiladas because I got to keep them frozen. When I'm on the go, I take stuff I don't have to keep frozen. probably some G butter if they've got a fridge in the motel, and some shibboleth replacement bars. I would take meal replacements that I like. Now, this is a short list. There's a lot more in the food library, but I would take some of these. With a Mighty Muffin, you pour a little water in there and microwave it for 55 seconds. You got a great tasting muffin. Same thing for the hot chocolate. So I would pick out some meal replacement options to take, and then air fry the regular approved foods using your air fryer. I've not used an air fryer yet. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times? I enjoyed meeting with y'all tonight. I give you my best, did my best, and we'll do so again tomorrow to help you if you'll let me. Email me at travisjack777@gmail.com anytime you need help. Put that meal plan together. And if you don't know if you got it put together right on that worksheet, ask me. Ask one of our team members to look at it for you. A buddy, a battle buddy. Let's make sure that if we're going to put in the effort that we've got these meals tweaked right. They're going to taste good. They're going to yield weight loss. Make sure they're right. Thank y'all. God bless you. See you tomorrow.